In this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to go about creating a 3D model for this design, presumably, probably for keychains, type chains, things of that nature. But it's really a pretty simple process if you understand exactly what you want to do here. So the first thing, of course, all of our designs generally start with chat. So this image was posted to a Facebook group. There's a couple of things that I'd like to change on it. So the first step is to go into chat, GPT, and tell it to make some of the changes that we're looking to make here. So I say, okay, Chad, I need you to clean this image up a little bit and prepare it for 3D printing and vinyl cutting. The thin black outline all the way around the image, we can go ahead and get rid of that and maybe just put it on a solid black background. So this thin black outline I was looking to get rid of, which it clearly did that quite well, and then put it on a solid black background for me, which I did like. However, the white border around the Bobcat, can we make that a little bit thinner? I didn't like this big thick border here. And then also we need to add a white border around the entire design. So then it gave me this. Okay, now because of what I ultimately want to do with this design, I needed to do a little bit extra work here. So I came down and I said, okay, this does look good, but the white background behind the Bobcat in the middle, can we change that to be a green background? Well, it didn't really give me what I was expecting it to give me, but it did give me a green outline all the way around the Bobcat, which is sufficient. We'll get the job done for what we need. So we're going to go ahead and right click on this image and choose copy image. And then we're going to come up here to a website called Vectorizer AI. And guys, I create designs all day, every day. And so I do spend $20 on Chat GPT a month, and I do spend $10 on this website. And I'll tell you what, the results that we get from this website, there's 1,000 websites that will convert an image into an SVG. But for $10, this website, it's very, very simple. The results are absolutely perfect every time. And so I just really like using this website. But anyhow, we're just going to paste Control V. The other thing I like about this website, not only is it quick and it gives perfect results, but there's nothing else to do. There's no special settings. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit type situation. So we're going to go ahead and click on download, download, save as, and we're going to call this the old Texas Bobcat. I'm pretty sure that's Bobcat. I really don't know. All right, so with that done, now we can go into Inkscape and finish this off. So let's go ahead, go into Inkscape here, and we're going to hit, let's go ahead and hit File Open, and we'll go to our desktop here, and somewhere is the old Texas Bobcat design that was just created for us. Now, it's going to come in pieces here. We look over here, you see there's a bunch of groups over here. So what the first thing I like to do is I first like to hover over one of the groups with everything selected and just ungroup. And what I'm trying to get to is that there's no groups. And now there's no groups. And now I'm going to begin the process of eliminating the things I know we want to keep. For example, this white background. Let's just click on that so you can see this. That's the whole state of Texas right there. Let's go ahead and just double click on it and call it white background. Why not? Okay, double click on the layer name and then we'll just turn it off. Okay, then of course we're going to have our maroon background, but you can see it is split into a couple of pieces because of how the Bobcat is overlapping it here. So you see that there? But no worries. I'm going to go and look at it in outline mode real quick. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to select all of those pieces. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Now I have them all. We're going to hit Control K. Now that's the same as if we were to go to Path and Combine here. And then let's just go ahead and double click on this. And let's just call this the maroon border. And when we're done with a piece, we just turn it off. Get it out of our way. And then let's take a look at this. What do we got here? Same kind of thing. We've got a couple of pieces, 2-3 pieces of gray. All right, so that works. So we'll go ahead and select all those pieces, and we're going to hit Control K. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do the gray background. Okay, so that takes care of the gray background now. Oh, there's one other piece right here though. So let's go ahead and grab that and then combine that. There we go. That's taken care of. Now, this white we don't actually need. So we'll go ahead and delete that. And you can see here there's some black in here, which we didn't really expect. So I'm just going to take those two pieces. So I select one, and then I shift select the other. And I could have been more specific maybe in chat and told it to minimize the number of colors, but I didn't. So let's go ahead and we're just going to Control K all those together. And then, yeah, we'll make those all maroon, like so. And probably what I'm going to do is, let's do this. Let's go ahead and take one of these black pieces. Let's select same fill color, and then shift click on the maroon and just combine all that together. That'll kind of simplify that. So now we just have that selected. There we go. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead. I see that it's a little bit different color than what we had. So there we go. That looks better. All right, now the white here, this white part is sitting on top of the Bobcat here. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and select all of that white part. So select same fill color. And let's go ahead and Control K. Bring that all into one piece. Let me back up a second though, because I saw something happen. Aha! We've got a bunch of these pieces sitting on top of our white. And that's going to complicate things. So let's see how we're going to handle this. First of all, this big green piece, let's go ahead and make it white because that's what it's ultimately going to be. So let's just do the white background. And let's go ahead and turn that off. Get the name spelled right here. Not that it's super important, but all right. So now we got that turned off. Now I want to take a look at this piece. Temporarily, let's just go ahead. We're going to do the maroon background. And we'll go ahead and turn that off. And then we could select all of our maroon pieces here. So let's do this. Let's take all of our white pieces. Let's go ahead and get rid of these little stragglers on the outside because we're definitely not going to need those. And then let's select all of our white pieces. So we're going to select same fill color and go ahead and combine those into one. And then we're going to go here and do object, and we're going to lower to bottom temporarily because I want to take all of these pieces here and right click, select same fill color and combine all of those, and then shift click the white and control minus. That will cut the holes in the white the way we need to. Now control minus is the same thing as doing path and difference, and you see right here it has the keyboard shortcut right there, control plus minus. All right, so that takes care of that. And so this is our white Bobcat. All right. Let's go ahead and turn everything on. So we're going to select that one piece, shift select our last piece, selects everything in between, and turn it all on and see what we've got going here. And indeed, I think I am happy with what we've got going on here. So I'll be satisfied with that. Now you see there's a little bit of a white area right there that I'm not super happy about. So what we could do is we could just click and drag. And that will, it doesn't really matter exactly where these nodes are in relationship to the purple right here. So don't worry about that. We'll go around real quickly And anywhere we think we need to nudge that up a little bit, we can do that. I'm just going to look real quick here and see if there's any other areas that I think needed. And I don't think there is. So what we're going to do is duplicate the maroon border, and then we're just going to shift click the gray and control minus, and where we kind of had the overlapping there, we just trimmed it back away. That's all we did there. All right, so let me look here. We're going to go ahead and reset this. We've got our lock on, so I'm going to go ahead and reset this to be 150 millimeters wide. Now we are in pixel mode. I just saw that too, so let's go ahead and switch to millimeters because I want that to be 150 millimeters wide. That's what I usually use for hype chains. So I'm just going to go ahead and save that. And yeah, I think we are now ready to go as far as converting it into a 3D model. So let's go ahead and minimize our SVG file here. And here is the SVG file. Now I am going to cheat a little bit and utilize our STL3D model builder and just drag and drop into the model builder. And then it will go ahead and automatically create our 3D model for us. So now we could just come in here to Bamboo and open up our model here. Texas Bobcat. There you go. Our hype chain medallion is ready to go for us. So let's go ahead and move our prime tower, and let's go ahead and import our hype chain. So we're going to hit Control I. Now the hype chain itself, this is just a maker word file. So we are going to type in blank, and there it is, the blank Cuban. So if you go on Maker World and type in blank Cuban, you'll find it. There you go. And what we can do here is just move our medallion over just a touch. Something like that. That should work out okay. Now, we cannot print it this way just yet. We do have to take our Cuban here and then control click the assembly and right click and merge. And now those two are now merged as one, and now it'll print. Now the only thing here on the bottom side, you see right there, you see that could print maroon instead of white. And so I might just make that small change. So we're just going to come in here and alt click that piece and change that to white. I just think that looks a little bit better like that. So there you go. That is now ready to go. Now, a lot of times what I'll do when I do make hype chains is I will go ahead and make keychains also. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick. On this one, we're going to delete everything that's Cuban related. So we'll come over here to our Objects tab and see where it says Cuban. We'll scroll all the way down to the bottom of the list and then shift click that bottom piece all the way. That's going to select everything in between and hit delete. Okay, now we're just back to our original hype chain medallion here. And so now what we're going to do is take this thing and we're going to go ahead and scale it. We are going to choose uniform scale this time. And for the width, we're going to do 75. So let's go ahead and do that. So now that has been made much smaller here. Now let's go ahead and alt click this white piece here and look at the thickness. And you can see it's exactly 4 millimeters, which that's perfect because that's what we need. So now we're going to go ahead and Control I again. And on our desktop, we're going to look for a file called key. Now this file is available on my free Patreon, and all it is just a little key ring that we can put wherever we want to put our key ring. And I think I'm going to put it right up top here. Now what we want is we only want this to stick out far enough to hold our jump ring for our keychain hardware. So I'll put it right there at the corner, something like so. And just like before with our Cuban chain, we need to select it and then control click the main assembly and right click and merge. And now those two are all one as well. And that should be enough to grab our jump ring for our keychain hardware. And so then it's just a matter of I always tuck it here in the lower left corner and just hit Control C and then paste Control V, 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 V. And then obviously this is going to conflict with our prime tower here. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that. And we'll shift click here, right click and center all those to the build plate. And now we have our hype chain. Now we have our keychain. We are good to go here. So that's just kind of the basics of how to go about utilizing the tools that are out there to really very simply and easily create your hype chains. Now the STL3D model builder is part of our Patreon right now. It is not currently available, but it is coming out here within the next week or two. So be looking for that. But that will greatly simplify your 3D modeling process for making your 3D models. So until next time, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or need one-on-one training or some custom files made for you, this is my contact information, so feel free to reach out via email. You can text me. You could even give me a call. I'd be happy to answer questions or give you more details on the one-on-one training we offer, and as well as if you need custom files made until you are up to speed on how to make them yourself, feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to help you with that as well.